Hello, my name is Leo. I own Jefferson Appliance. You can find me at jeffersonappliance.com. Today, what I'd like to show you is a 1950s Keefe Merritt range. What I'd like to show you is that we're going to take it apart so that you can do a simple maintenance and clean it. The first thing is this porcelain top. It raises up in two different positions. One, where you can just place it like this. The other, you can make it a shelf and lock it in place. There we go. These are your grates. They just lift up for easy cleaning. I'll just put them over here right now. Here's your chrome top. Comes off very simply. You just raise it up like this, pull it out. I'll put it over here for right now. Now here you have your burner. This burner assembly lifts out easily. You just have to remember there's a little notch right here. So you lift up easily, and there's some orifice right here in poly tubes. Kind of lift up your poly tubes, make sure they're not hot, and you pull it out. You have the orifice right here, so you have to, if you want to put it back in, they simply slip back into there. We'll go over that in one more minute. But first I want to get the burner out and show you how to maintenance it. You've got a lot of holes in a burner. Plenty of them. You just take a paper clip and simply clean out the holes. Use a little razor right here. I use a old metal coat hanger, cut it, and I kind of shove it up in these holes here and keep shoving it in there, and the rust, 50 years of rust will come falling out of here. Do not mess with these air windows. Those are very important adjustments. You don't want to fool with those right now. So once you clean it all out, hose it down, whatever you need to do, let it dry out, you place it back in. You got to make sure that it goes back in these orifice tubes. Well, it's kind of got to line up the pilot tubes, but the most important thing is to get it in those orifices there. And remember the notch I was speaking of earlier. It slides down, and then you get your pilot tubes right back. There's slots there. They fit right in there. So it's pretty simple. And then you just place your chrome top back on this tray here, after you clean it, of course. Set it down, and you put your grates back on. Here we go. They're right here. Now the griddle just lifts up very easy also. Comes right out. Pull it forward, place it on the side. Be very careful while you're doing this. The last thing you want to do is chip any of the porcelain. This is your griddle burner. This piece lifts right out. Set it aside. Also, there's a little spot here where it lifts up, comes out, and that tube slides out right out of there. But they also, you do the same thing with this. You get it out, get all your dirt, shove the rod up in there, clean it out. If you have air, would be real nice. Any type of air, you could blow through here, compressed air would be nice. Clean all your holes out, every one of them. The more you clean out, there's a slit here, you clean it also. And when you go to place it back in, just remember about the orifice. You place that in, the orifice, and then you line up your pilot tube. And don't forget, you got to get it right in that slot. The whole reason for that slot is once you're sitting there, this burner, well, this griddle burner will not move out of place and come off this orifice. Same thing with the burners. Don't forget to put back this piece here. We'll lock it in place. Now I don't have to remove this side. It's exactly the same as this. We'll put it back together now. Just get it up here. Be careful you don't chip the chrome. I can't say more about that because you chip that chrome, not the chrome, the porcelain. You chip the porcelain, it's very difficult to fix that. Now, you come over here, we have the grill elevator. This is a very nice feature because it raises up and down. You can put a steak on here And I tell you, you can set it at different levels. If you want it rare, you want it medium, whatever you want. Very nice feature. In order to get it out of here, first you have 3 pieces here. You have this piece that slides off. We'll put it over here. You have the tray here which catches your drippings. It's real simple. You get it out of there, you clean it, do whatever you have to. If you want, stick it in your dishwasher. That'll help clean it. These rods here come forward, up. It's like up, forward, and then inward. And this whole grill blade slides out. They're on tracks. You have wheels here, and they slide on those tracks. Let's just get this out the way because I want to show you the burner on a grill elevator. It's the same thing as any other burner. There's holes. You want to clean those holes out. You can remove this burner, but it's a little, well, it's more difficult than the top one. So I prefer, unless you're a servicer, to just clean them where it sets. And then once you clean up everything, then you can put everything back together very simply, like this. Line up your tracks, your wheels with your tracks, and it just goes right back in. And it slides right there, and just put your drip pan back in. Very easy. Whoops. Got it backwards. Let's do this. Put it in, and then put your tray back in, right on top of it. Closes right on up. Now under here, full storage drawers. So all you do is store pots and pans. They didn't have cabinets back then, so they needed places to store things. Over here is your oven. The ovens wasn't very big back then, but they were good ovens, very good ovens. To move the rack, you pull it straight out, lift up, get it out the way. You should normally have 2 racks with these units. They put a pan right here that you can easily remove if drippings fall on them. Put it in a dishwasher, wash it off. But you can also remove the center tray. And it's good to do, just kind of pick it up and lift up the back and pull it out. Simple, easy cleaning. And you place it back in. Now we're going to talk about the burner for the oven. It also can be cleaned just like the burners at the top, the griddle burner, but it's a lot harder to remove than the top burners, so I'd like to just keep that burner in play. So when you pull it down, you just get down here and you clean all your holes out, especially in the back by the pallet. You're going to generally see a lot of white soot because it's been burning for about 50 years. This has already been cleaned out. Get all that white soot off by the pallet. And that'll help it out burn a lot better. This is no storage, no nothing. So don't put anything here. Now, they've got some drip pans here. They thought about everything back then, where you can just simply remove them for drippings from your top burners. Just pull them out, and push them back in. Pull them out and push them in. That simple. Now, this toe plate here, you don't generally have to remove it, but if you want to, it is removable. They just snap right out on both sides for cleaning. And then they just have your little snaps on each end that snap back right in. Just kind of line it up. Get lined up real nice and easy, and I just pop it in like that once it's lined up. And that's a simple and easy maintenance. Now, if you want to clean the porcelain, porcelain's like glass. So unless you let it really get filthy and full of oil, you can just easily keep it wiped off. If you have a model that hasn't been cleaned in a long time, I like to take a little Comet. It's a little bit of abrasive, but it won't really scratch it too much. It'll just lift off that dirt, because some models are really dirty. Nobody has cleaned them for a long time, but once it gets it off there and you wipe it off, it'll clean it really well. I take a toothbrush with a little Comet and just dip it in the Comet and clean the knobs. They clean up really good. These little vent covers lift up. Now sometimes you have to put a little paint scraper or something and lift them out, and they just go back. Both of them will lift up. It's a little challenge, but you see how it lifts up? It snaps right out of place, and there's a little pin, guide pin. So you can put that back in, just have to line that guide pin up. Might take a second, especially for people who need glasses like me, and put it down. Other than that, that's a real simple maintenance. You would be very surprised that these units, after 50 or 60 years, all they need is a cleaning. The pilots need to be cleaned. The holes on the burners need to be cleaned out. And they'll just keep working. So you don't need major repairs generally. Try that first, and if that doesn't work, then you can call me or someone in your area. So I hope this helps you out. And just look at some other videos we'll be having out at jeffersonappliance.com. And thank you. I hope this helps you.